Alright guys, we are in our first place called RaRa here, just around the corner from the Redfern station. It is one of our favorite places to eat ramen. They've got some dry ramen, but we're gonna try a different dry ramen later. It is one of our friend stores that just recently opened, so we're excited to show you guys behind the scenes as well. But this place sells really delicious tonkotsu broth, but Helmi's also ordering a vegan-based ramen. So if you're vegan, this is a good spot to try it as well. Look at this, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks. All right, so now we've got our ramen in front of us right here. I've got the tonkotsu ramen here, but with the black garlic. Look at that. Look how black it is. Unbelievable. And then you got the chashu, absolutely golden, grilled to perfection. I love that. Some sesame seed on top there. And over here, it's the vegan shio. Look at that. Everything's vegan, including the noodles. You know, there's no egg, no dairy product there. Just absolutely magnificent. You can see I think that looks like some chili there, which is perfect for Helmi. All right, so if you guys don't know it, there are different types of ramen. Tonkotsu broth, which is usually what everybody eats in Japan or even here, but then there are also dry noodle like Mazesoba, which is a mixed noodle that's full of flavor and just absolutely beautiful. We're gonna show you guys in a second here after this place what that looks like and what that tastes like. But then there's also obviously Tsukemen, which is sort of like a noodle that's separated from the broth and then you dip it in as you go along, so you can control how concentrated the flavor is gonna be for you. Layers of oil on the top there. It's quite concentrated, it seems. Oh, wow. That's intense. Love that. Really garlicky as well. Love it. Wow, look at that. Steaming hot. I can see the noodle is so soft. I'm gonna give this a go. It's soft but quite firm and kind of bouncy as well. Love that. Perfect combination. The chashu looks like it's got some fatty pieces to it as well. Oh. Oh my god. That just breaks apart in your mouth. Intense flavor. Unbelievable. And then with that combination of the garlic broth, the tonkotsu garlic broth, just heavenly.
Look at the broth, guys. It's so white. So Nick one is so black. My one is so white. So they have some spring onions, which is the shallots, and then they have the grilled tomato. So they put some sort of oil. Obviously, oil is good for your health, right? Wow, this is so good. Oh my god. Okay, second sip. This is totally something different because honestly I never tried vegan ramen until today. So the flavor is like soy milk. Yes, it's sort of like soy milk, and then you eat it with ramen and any other topping. This gotta be good though. RaRa noodle is really nice. The noodle is perfection. I don't know how, like, you know, a lot of Japanese people can slurp the noodle. Like, I never can do it. The noodle is like perfectly cooked because obviously it's freshly made every day. Not too chewy and not too soft. Perfect. And the soy broth, it's so good, so delicious. And after you eating this, you know, you're healthy because it's all veggies and all vegan, right?
All right, so the next place that we're gonna go to is very interesting. It's called Spanish Sakaba, but they've got Oxtail ramen. Holy moly, that's gonna be a treat.
This restaurant is very unique because it's like influence of Spanish food and also Japanese food. So the chef is actually Japanese, but he loves Spanish food. So you can find, you know, paella, garlic prawn, chorizo. But today we are here because they have the Wagyu Oxtail ramen. Can you imagine Oxtail ramen? So this one here, it costs $19.80 and you have beef chicken broth, 6 hours slow cooked Wagyu Oxtail. Oh my god. Alright, so we got the Wagyu Oxtail Ramen. I'm so excited. This is actually our first time trying it. And usually, you know, tonkotsu have the pork-based broth. This one have the beef and chicken broth. And they also have some like black pepper there. And look at this. Oh my goodness. Holy moly. Piping hot, and it's so huge. It's like the whole bowl full of the oxtail. Like, oh wow. So look, wow, they have so much coriander and also the green onion, spring onion. Okay, let me try the soup. Oh, it's actually quite clear, huh? Oh, it's so light. It, you know, compared with other ramen, the soup broth is so light, and it's actually seriously remind me of pho.
Look at this beef that's been cooked for 6 hours. Jeez, this is a Wagyu beef, so you know it's gonna be tender. 6 hour cooked Wagyu beef, so tender, so juicy, just full of flavor. Absolutely amazing. And I was born in Jakarta, Indonesia, and growing up we eat a thing called sop buntut, which means oxtail, translated to English. And Indonesian people, they make one of the best oxtail if you guys have never tried it. And I can assure you, for someone who's grown up to oxtail all their life, this is damn good. This is another level. It's just a fantastic dish. Really, really good. But I guess it's a little bit cold now because we've been talking too much. Better eat this.
Alright, so the next stop is called Iiko Mazesoba, which is located in Haymarket. And this is something unique. You know why? Because the ramen, there's no soup, it's dry. So soupless, dry ramen. Usually you associate ramen with, you know, soupy base, but this one, nothing, no soup at all. So this is something interesting, and also the noodles are made freshly every day, and they don't use dairy products. So it's good for the vegan, and also there's also vegan ramen as well. But today we are ordering Zenbu Mazesoba and also the cheese Mazesoba.
I've got the Zenbu Mazesoba, which is sort of the original one here. The only difference between this one and Helmi's one is we don't have cheese, and we've got the spicy minced pork here. But we still got the chashu, onsen egg, the nori bamboo shoots, and the corn as well. So love this. So we're gonna go ahead and mix this, because the idea of Mazesoba is to actually mix the whole dish, and that creates that fantastic flavor. I'm just gonna mix them together there. Oh, look at that. That's just all that steam coming out. Gonna mix all that all together. All right, so everything's mixed. Oh, that looks absolutely delicious. Can't wait to try it. But they also provide you some instruction here. Apparently, you're supposed to add these two sauces together, right? 2 swirl each. This is the chili oil. This is the kombu vinegar. So I'm gonna put just 2 swirls there, as instructed. And then the kombu vinegar. Whoops, there you go. And that's supposed to create a brand new taste on top of the already marinated mazesoba. All right, let's try this. Wow, nice, soft and bouncy noodle, really lovely. You've got that chili hit, then you got that sweetness too, and a little bit of tanginess too. It's really, really nice. So this is the chashu piece here, but you can see how it's been grilled, and there's a bit of a charcoaly texture on the outside. Wow, it looks really good. Let's try this. I've got some of the fatty part of it. It's just absolutely tender and beautiful. I really love that charcoaly kind of aftertaste. Really gives it a kind of like a distinct kind of texture and flavor as well. But you have to add the 2 sauces, the chili and the kombu vinegar. That just really makes a difference. Almost like it gives it another level of taste that's completely different from the original state of the noodle when it first arrived. It's just beautiful.
Alright, so the last stop is here, which is Ramen Zundo at World Square, which is actually in CBD, so it's very convenient. And this place is actually famous with their Tsukemen, which is dipping noodles. So have you guys tried it? Well, we tried when we were in Japan, which is called, I think, Roku Rinsha in Tokyo train station. It's so good, and we were so happy that we finally can eat it here. Well, it's different brand, but let's see how it goes. So it's actually cold noodle, and look at the texture. It's actually quite thick. So it's not your typical small or wavy noodle, it's quite thick. And they give you a slice of lemon to counterbalance the soup if you think it's too thick. Now, the highlight of this is actually the soup. Look at that. So it's your tonkotsu soup, which is pork base. And inside there's cabbage, spring onion, and obviously the pork. Look at that, the fat. Oh my gosh, I'm drooling right now. Alright, so the way you eat it, basically take some noodle right there and dip it. So it's up to you whether you want to dip it once or twice or third times. It's up to you. So the noodle is so good. It's so chewy, so it's not soft. I actually like hard ramen, like hard noodle. So I like this kind of like firm, thick noodle. And the soup is, oh my gosh, it's really good.
Unlike Helmi, I actually like to put a little bit of lemon just to give it a little nice tanginess to it. Love it. Now, I like Tsukemen because you can control how strong you want it to be by actually dipping it less or dipping it more. But you can see how the broth there is just encasing the Tsukemen noodle. Love this. And I can smell the lemon too, so refreshing. Oh, that's nice. It's like a good combination between the lemon and the strong flavor of the tonkotsu, the pork here. As you can see, the broth as well is actually quite thick. Yeah, it's quite a thick one. But if you just take like a mouthful right there, whoa, that is an intense tonkotsu flavor. This is actually cooked around 12 hours, I think, overnight, so it is really intense. You can really feel how porky the flavor is when you actually drink the soup. It is so strong, the broth, but when you dip it in like that, it's actually very light. This is so good. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I know you guys probably know a lot of the local ramen like Rio Noodle, Gumshara, but I hope today we inspired you to try something unique, something different this year. Well, thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, punch the like button, subscribe because it's free, and we will see you guys next week. Ciao. Or sayonara.